Hello, everybody, and welcome in to Fire Pod with me, a Twin Peaks podcast friendly to the first-time viewer and the rewatcher alike. I am the rewatcher, Colton Robertson, and I'm joined by the first-time viewer, Joseph George. What's up, buddy?
Oh, what up, what up? Always a pleasure to be here.
Oh, and it's always a pleasure to have you. Today we continue on with The Return. We are discussing Part 2, originally airing on May 21st, 2017, same day as the first episode. Premiered as a feature of sorts. There's even a version of this edited into a feature-length film, which is super entertaining, super enjoyable. But written by Mark Frost and David Lynch, directed by David Lynch. For those who do not know the deal, like I said, friendly to the first-time viewer and the rewatcher alike, we will never spoil anything that is happening after part 2 because Joseph has no idea what happens after this point. However, we will spoil things that have happened, including this episode and every episode and the movie prior. So, nothing's off the table. Anything can be discussed. So just want to give you a fair warning. If you've never watched the show, this is a weird place to jump in to just listen to a Twin Peaks podcast, but you never know what people are into. You never know what people are doing inside their homes. So yeah. How'd you feel about part 2 of The Return here? I can
just see that season 3 is just, it's a different ball game.
It is.
I thought maybe, we're just getting off to a weird start the first, episode. I kind of assumed it was going to be like this the whole way through, but this just kind of confirms it. And I think it's only going to get weirder from here on out. But the freaking what the arm, bro? Holy shit. Everything in the waiting room was incredible. I didn't even know it could do that, or half of the shit. Kind of in perfect, timing for like the spooky season. This is a very nice show to watch in this time of year. But yes, so the theories, the freaking I don't even really know what to think anymore. And like there was some just recontextualizations. There were some things that were made, I don't know, explicitly kind of said of evil Coop, he must come back in here in order for you, Coop, to leave.
Well, and that's what I really appreciate about it, is that the show is there's so much that there are points they do legitimately just go, okay, this is what has to happen. Now you'll watch us take that and run with it in whatever direction we want to fucking go. Yeah, so, them being like, Bob, your doppelganger, he must come back before you can leave. So we're going to figure that out. Something's wrong. All this, lots of good stuff. Lots of good stuff, man.
Yeah, we're cooking. And it's finally like, every layer of, I don't know, company decision. And it didn't feel like there was a whole lot of it before in the earlier seasons. But I mean, it feels like I'm just peering right into Lynch's mind when he thinks of this show. Because, I mean, there's just, I don't know, like even camera effects that are done, like the frame rate will kind of dip at points or, and then like some, I don't even know what to, spirits, something, I don't know, leaving and just floating up off the screen. It's like, I don't know. It didn't
random
really feel.
Charcoal man sitting in a cell staring directly at the camera.
That's not Matthew Lillard, right? Like that's no. I was trying to
no, it is not.
See if I could recognize the actor. If it's just is this just an extra? Is this a different thing entirely?
Not technically an extra, but yes, definitely not Matt Lillard. There's a
okay. Because
clearly not of this world, I don't think either.
Yes,
which
I guess maybe I'll slow the gun until I guess it is kind of.
It's one of the first. It's one of the first moments. It's at the end of the first paragraph of the breakdown here. But we can dive into a scene by scene. We have a lot to look up. We got a lot to look through. So we'll begin. The stars turn and a time presents itself. Margaret Lanterman. Bill Hastings sits nervously in his cell as his wife arrives, and you were right about his wife seemingly to be in on more than she's letting on. Just wasn't in the same realm that you were thinking. She passes along word from George Boutser that Bill will not be released on bail, and he insists that he did not commit the murder of Ruth Davenport. But, that night I did dream that I was there, and it's like, well, that might be that you were, you might have, you could have, you might have, but Phyllis insists that he was there. Your prints are all over the place. I love, and again, this is classic Lynch stuff. I love the way they are speaking to each other, which is to say that they're almost reciting lines as though they're not responding to what the person says.
Yes. It is so like generic. It's almost like it's just, we got to get these. They're reading the script almost like a pre-script of sorts. It's like this weird air, but it all makes sense. It's but they're not.
This is one of the only scenes that I feel like it's really noticeable. One of the things that they did to prevent spoilers and leaks and stuff is that every actor only got their lines.
Whoa. Wait. What? So no context. Just no context. These are the lines
every actor got their lines, and then they got to set, and they would rehearse it with each other, and then they'd be like, "Okay, let's roll."
Oh my god! Wow. Like the performance of that makes sense now. Like
and that's what's so interesting is that like every scene is like that. Every single interaction is like that. So it's like this is one of those times where Lynch explicitly has them play it up. He's a really underrated and incredible director of actors. Another really fucking awesome thing about his like casting process is that he doesn't have anybody read. He doesn't have anybody recite from a script. He just like talks to you for a while and decides whether or not you can play this character. Like regardless of your acting ability, regardless of what you've done, doesn't matter.
He's just
I'll see if I can see this person in you. And
that's so good.
That's really cool, dude. And it almost always fucking works. It's unbelievable what he's able to get. Cause like there are people in this show who have not acted before. Like they're just, one of them is the British kid that shows up with James at the end of the episode.
Okay.
That kid never in anything. He did a series of YouTube videos that David Lynch liked, and he was you know what? I'm gonna figure out something for this kid.
That guy, perfect for this role.
Exactly.
The feeling in the bones. I feel like he just has the image of what he sees for the show in his head so well that it's like I don't know. It just is a simple yes
vision.
Or no for him.
He has the vision. Yes, it's true. But Phyllis insists that he was there. His prints are all over the apartment and reveals that she knows he had been having an affair with Ruth.
Yeah.
And he counters like, yeah, well, I'm aware that you're having an affair with our lawyer, George, and maybe others. And she goes, you're going to go to prison for life, Bill. Life in prison. And it's then that Detective Mackley comes to dismiss Phyllis, and she starts to leave the station and as she does, I love Matt Lillard's performance here when he's like, oh my God.
Oh my God.
Oh my God. Oh my God.
I mean, that realization, bro. I mean, that's why I kind of thought it was like the creature, whoever was supposed to be him, is like he's finally done. Like if a Bob like entity was taken over him and while he's dreaming, it's actually not him. He might be telling the truth, I don't know. It could be a Leland like situation.
Yeah.
And he does this in the night, and it's but this is when Bob leaves Shaggy. It's like, well, he's in prison for life now. I can't really do much anymore. Here I go, float away. I mean, that was my thought of Charcoal Man. But yeah, it did feel, it would have been, I guess it would have been very explicit if it was Matthew Lillard and like but like still a disheveled version of him. But like it was very.
I mean, face painted as charcoal gray is hard to like. I can't discern detail. I have no idea who this
That's
is.
true.
I'm just assuming it's not Matt Lillard.
Yeah, it didn't the face? I don't know. It didn't look like it did look just like this is another entity just chilling there, and watching what's going on. But he was sitting, I don't know, just in just similar ways. It was what's his Matthew? Yeah, or not? No, that's Matthew. What's his name in the show? I keep
Bill
calling him Shaggy.
Hastings.
Bill, good old Bill. Bill in his cell, and then it just pans over to two cells, and it's just very similar. It felt that they are connected. If it's not,
I do agree with that. I do agree with the idea that they're connected. I like, and one of the things that I look for in this show is the fact that Bob has existed on Earth for 25 years.
Yep.
I wonder how much bleeding into realities occurs between like the Black Lodge and the real world. Like this is one of those things where I almost feel like this is Bob's influence without Bob even having to do anything. You know what I'm saying? Like
it's just part of
his
world
existence is corrupting reality, as it were, and I think that this is kind of one of those examples. But I knew regardless, go ahead.
Or this Otis cabin, and the people just in that corner sitting there, like that is the stuff that happens in the Black Lodge, and you're not surprised when anyone else is there. It's like that's like, I don't know. In the real world, you would be like, "What the fuck? Why are those two over there or whatever?" But in the Black Lodge, if anyone's there, it doesn't really matter. Even if, like, I don't know, it doesn't seem like anything can really happen in there. They're all just there, and aware of each other, and that's it. And so, like, the Otis cabin felt like it was that, but still in the real world. So yeah, it is this. I don't know, the virus, the corruption of Bob. Yeah, for 25 years as an FBI agent,
a lot of cooking.
With the skills,
that's a lot
and all
of cooking.
It's like, not good.
Phyllis starts to leave the station and tells George that Bill knows that he's aware of their affair, and she leaves alone, requesting George to meet with her later. And as Bell sits in his cell, that dark figure we were discussing at length sits in another, disappears, leaving its head faintly floating away.
Yes.
But yeah, those sorts of effects. And like, it happens with the arm later on, the sort of like, I appreciate that Lynch doesn't try to achieve a hyper-realism. One of the things that I love about the effects is that they actually reflect a lot of his other artwork in other mediums. Like if you've ever seen David Lynch paintings, there's a moment later on whenever Kyle MacLachlan, when he sinks into the box. And then it like, that almost looks like a multi-layered, multi-medium sculpture painting thing like that he has a knack for. And it's, I don't know. It's really cool the way that he achieves these sorts of effects, because they are extremely Lynchian, just not in the traditional sense where it's like, ooh, I don't know what's happening. It's eerie. Like they're Lynchian in the sense that they look like something David Lynch would do. But regardless, we will head over to the home of Phyllis and Bill, where she finds Mr. C in her living room. And she is familiar with Mr. C. What are you doing here?
What are you doing here?
Yeah. It's like, what's up? What are we doing? That could be the others that Bill was, speaking about whenever, but he's like, you did good.
Yeah.
You follow human nature perfectly.
Okay.
This is George's gun.
Bang! Yeah.
Yep.
Okay. That's yep. Sure. And I guess later on we know that he's interested in some information around the Hastings secretary, or so this is I don't know why it's interesting to him, but we do have a weird murder of a man and woman put together still to figure out. Was that Coop? Was that actually I don't fucking know. I think this is, at least what I can take of it, is that it is his corruption just spreading everywhere. Like it is, he didn't just stay in Twin Peaks. Like we're in Vegas, we're in New York City, we're in whatever small town everywhere. It's just, no matter where you go, it's, you're gonna see some, Mr. C influence, I feel like. And yeah, and this is just kind of how he wraps every boa. I don't know. It's like, it's killing is good for him still, like it's like even if he has to kill people, it's like,
that's
all right.
the thing too, is that like it now feels much more tactical. Like this feels like a step in a process, not the way that it used to be. Like whenever he killed Maddie or whenever he killed Laura, because it's not the same. That was like Leland's influence was still there. Leland's persona was still there. This is all Bob. So like there's a weird balance now where, and I'm still calling it all Bob, but after a certain point, we just recently discussed Invasion of the Body Snatchers.
Perfect timing for this, too.
Dude, unbelievable timing for that.
In a great way, I feel like.
Because something we discussed with that was how the doppelgangers are individuals.
Yes.
And they do have, they are a part of a larger whole, but they're not a hive mind. And it almost feels like the creation of Mr. C as the doppelganger is wholly Bob's influence, but might not just be Bob. I don't know. It's a weird, I almost feel wrong calling him just Bob, and I don't know why.
Yeah. I feel like the reason it's taking off so much more is Leland was just a lawyer, and Bob could only do so much with that, and keep up the other life at the same time. I feel like now, whenever you enter into someone who has the resources of an FBI agent, and who has, who thinks very logically, whatever. Now it's like, oh, I have a system to corrupt people now, instead of just like when the opportunity arises itself with Leland, and it's like, I can kill, I can molest, whatever. It feels like it was just whenever it could happen, he took advantage of it. But now it's like, this is his full-time job. It's like there is nothing else to do.
Yeah, he's graduated to higher heights as a, personification of evil. Regardless, we'll head to Vegas. How about that? And this is just like, I know a lot of people have obviously been to Las Vegas, but I went to Vegas for the first time this past summer. And watching things that are set in Vegas after you've been to Vegas is very, very funny to me. I don't know, like, it's just me and Emily watched Anora the other night, and I was like, whoa, I've been right there, dude. I did, like, right there. I was right there. You can see like the little Paris sign on the strip. I'm like, I was like standing right underneath that. I saw it. I was like looking at it. I was like, whoa, Paris.
Yes.
But
it's a weird part of the world.
It is. It's a very strange.
To be. So
yeah, definitely worth the one trip for sure, at least. But in Vegas, Duncan Todd calls Roger into his office and hands him a bag of money. He tells him to tell, quote, her that she has the job. Roger asks him why Todd lets, quote, him make him do, quote, these things. And Todd's like, yeah, Roger, let me give you a piece of advice. Don't get involved with people like him. We feel like that's Mr. C, right?
Yeah, this is the hire to kill Mr. C. I feel, $500,000. Maybe this was like the down payment or something. I mean, 2 stacks of, this was a lot of money. So I don't think this is $500,000 though. However, so it feels like this is just the
down payment, sort of. Yeah,
we need him dead.
Here's a gesture of good faith.
Yeah, here's the start of it, and but yeah, this other guy who's just out on the outside, I guess, like I don't know, yeah, just he's yeah, I guess I don't know. He's working at some place in Vegas. I'm trying to think of like the dynamic here of what is this just I don't know. What is this dude's job? It just seemed like
I don't know.
And like, what is why? I mean, I see why people would want Mr. C dead. You know, he probably has some hold over them, or I don't know, threatening them in some way. But like, what he was doing for Mr. C before, or like what that dynamic is, I don't quite know. But I feel like this is just the dude who wants him dead. Is my guess so far.
Well, we later on do get that interaction between Coop and Daria.
Yep.
Who plays a recording of the phone call she had just had with Ray that says Jeffries had given them a call to kill the doppelganger. Jeffries was the character played by David Bowie in Fire Walk With Me and Missing Pieces.
What?
Yeah.
Whoa. Okay, I didn't get that name drop. I definitely didn't. I didn't catch that.
Important to recall as far going forward, because even at the end of the episode, whenever Coop's like, "Is this Jeffries?" Like, "Is this Philip Jeffries?" Like there's a
yes. Okay, I guess. Yeah. Who was I? I don't know who I was thinking it was, but I was.
You probably weren't thinking it was anybody. Yeah. No. Like it is a pre-existing character who wants Coop's doppelganger dead.
Oh yeah.
I
like that. Yeah, it's so much better not being just a random fuck. That is so much cooler. Holy crap.
Well, and the another thing that I love about this scene, and this is not a practical, we're talking about the show as it is. I'm talking about the actor here. Duncan Todd, played by Patrick Fleischer. Big fan of Patrick Fleischer. Just one of those guys when he pops up in something, you're like, oh, that guy. I don't know if you're familiar with him at all, but you've almost certainly seen him in random shit.
I gotta pull up the IMDb.
One of my favorite roles of his is in Mulholland Drive, another Lynch thing. He's also in Twister briefly. I mean,
okay.
Wow. He's in a lot of shit. He's in a lot of shit, and just one of those guys who, when he pops up, you're like, yeah, him. He feels like David Dastmalchian before David Dastmalchian, to me, but.
That guy. You're like, yes, the guy showing up. Yeah, but I feel like, wow, Lost is that's weird. Yeah, now I have the connection, I guess. Yeah, but yeah,
Patrick Fleischer, good actor.
I don't know. Yeah, cameos. I don't know, like this or just people popping up. It feels like Lynch, his casting method, like anyone at all can pop up at all. But it is nice to actually have the like. The returns, cameos and stuff like that that just pop in every now and then in this episode.
Well, and there are some pretty big cameo, like actual true cameos in this episode that you're like, wait, how are you here? A little bit, and I'll get to the main one later on. But we'll go ahead and hit this restaurant where Cooper's doppelganger sits with Jack, Ray, and Daria. And Cooper's doppelganger notably eating creamed corn. Which is I can't remember what it's called in Fire Walk with Me. Garbangonza or something. Yeah, like the personification of fucking pain.
Just in the real world.
Yes, indeed.
Still loves his coffee though.
I love this shit whenever Ray is like are you all right, Jack? You've hardly eaten your 3 dinners. He's got 3 plates stacked on each other.
That is, bro's munching. So that's very much waiting. Or Black Lodge is just everywhere. I mean,
it's seeping. It's seeping.
Is this the double R? Like, there's no like. It looks.
I think they're still in South Dakota.
Oh, okay. Okay. That's right. We're not even in Twin Peaks. Okay, that
is, and that is going to be something that kind of it's not hard to keep track of, but
the small town.
The town in South Dakota is similar to Twin Peaks.
Yes.
And there are times whenever you're there that you'll kind of be like, wait, where are we? Because there's a part later on in the show where when I rewatched it, I was like, oh shit, this doesn't happen in Twin Peaks. This happens in Buckhorn. And I'm like, oh, yeah, okay. Like it's a little bit of a different flair to the scene in my mind than previously. But regardless, they discuss the doppelganger's alleged worry about the following day and information that the doppelganger wants, which Ray promises to get from Hastings' secretary.
Yes. And I think the line for me came from right here for Coop, or for Mr. C, saying, if there's anything you should know about me, Ray, I don't want anything, or I don't need anything. I want. And I think this is I don't know, an important dynamic too, Bob, is that he only acts on his instincts alone, right, and a weird thought to be like, well, we think we need water, we need food, and yes, if you want to live, but I guess wanting to live is the want,
right?
Actually, and it's I don't know, thing, but for Bob, for Mr. C, it's I don't know, his desires, is just pure evil. I don't know, and that's just all he actually wants, and this is just another step along the way. Yeah, but the dude here, Roger, is it no Roger? No, Ray. Good old Ray. Yeah, Ray. He's kind of right here. He's like, this information actually is quite important to you, though. It seems like you are going to quite the lengths.
It does seem like you need it. Yeah.
And so, but I don't know. Is he truly that attached if things go wrong, or if things go wrong, is that just even better for him? Is that so I don't know, if he's all just playing this up like it is actually important to him, or if it's just well, this is it's just another step in his master plan to infect everywhere.
Right.
But yeah, this I don't know. I love Mr. C, and a weird character to kind of set, but
no, I'm with you though. Kyle MacLachlan is fucking incredible as Mr. C. Also, it's the scene with Daria one-on-one later specifically that makes me go with him for my performance this week. He's fucking scary, dude. To the point where you forget it's the guy who played Agent Coop. It's a really, really impressive.
The I don't know, thumbs up, kind of guy.
All smiles, dude. Yeah. It's not the same guy, and the fact that he gets to play both of them is really, really great. Within the same episode, being able to bounce to the waiting room and be Agent Coop, and then out in the real world be Bob, basically, is incredible. But
just a sex demon. I mean, bro's just fucking everyone. It's just
nice
so
and wet.
Yeah, to hear that out of Coop's mouth, that's whoa, whoa. But man, it's we're getting episode 2.
We're heating up. We're heating up already. But we then cut to Twin Peaks, where Hawk searches the woods.
Yes.
And it's then that the log lady gives him another call and says, quote, "The stars turn and a time presents itself." She says, "I won't be able to go with you, but you should stop by for some pie and coffee."
I would love to stop by for some pie and coffee.
I would love to. And I love that Hawk's like, "I will do, Margaret.
I will.
Yeah, I will, Margaret.
It will have to be after this, however." And
I got shit to do.
I don't. I mean, what? I'm kind of worried for Hawk a little bit. This ain't a good. Usually
not a good spot to pop up on. He arrives at Glastonbury Grove, where red drapes faintly appear and disappear.
Yeah, and those trees are much, much taller than they were 25 years ago.
Yeah, the sycamores.
And the arm being this, having the electrical signal, it's weird to think, but humans, we have signals flowing through us. Plants just the same. We're all grounded to the earth. sort of shit. And now I feel like with this Black Lodge, goo, whatever the hell is there in the center, like all the root, it's like rooted in the tree. I don't know. And the more it grows, it's kind of the literal growth of Bob's corruption, I feel like, right here in Twin Peaks. And this is, it feels like this is the entrance, at least where Coop came in and out. But I'd imagine, I don't know, he's like starting these everywhere. We had this one, that these trees, 25 years ago were still pretty tall, actually. Like like that, they had to have been growing for a while, actually. And it feels like a Leland's lifetime worth, So it feels like whenever he, this is the system, I guess. And now Coop is taking this to the max,
planting the seeds of your corruption around the world. And okay, I like it. I like where your head's at. But doesn't look. We're not in a great spot right here with Hawk. The entrance to the waiting room is not ideal.
But he's pure. Yeah,
he's
got the
cool.
white hair.
He's chilling. He's chilling.
Is great. I feel like he goes in there and he's even more speaking forward than Coop. Like Coop still kind of is slow a little bit and has to take things in. I would love if Hawk is just as aware as he is in the real world as he is in the waiting room. And I don't even know if we're getting Hawk in the waiting room, but it feels like he's the one to pull our Coop out is my kind of hope right now.
Yeah, that would be cool.
And where he's going. But yeah. So I'm hoping he's just so pure. Yeah, and he's just, we gotta fucking go, Coop, just I don't know, very, very aware. But yeah. I'm hoping it doesn't sacrifice his life to get Coop out is what I'm worried. A lot of things can happen in the waiting room.
A lot can happen. Well, I mean, clearly, as we see the arm doppelganger unleash some sort of wizardry. I don't know.
Yeah. So,
and turns from the statue, which recontextualizes the statues a lot too, which is
all time, or does it fucking matter? I don't fucking know.
What the fuck, man? But inside the Red Room, we'll head there now. Cooper sits, and Mike appears, asking him, "Is it future, or is it past?" Then he says, "Someone is here." And then he disappears, and Coop looks to his right to find Laura Palmer. Cheryl Lee making her first appearance in Twin Peaks: The Return in the flesh. Walks over with I love the reversed sound. It's really nice. Telling him, "You can go out now." She asks if he recognizes her, and when he asks if she is Laura Palmer, she gives the same answer she gave him in the dream many years before. "I feel like I know her, but sometimes my arms bend back."
Yeah.
And when he asks who she is, she confirms, "I am Laura Palmer." He goes, "But you're dead." And that's when she delivers my favorite line of the episode, which is, "I am dead, yet I live."
Yeah, and then the fucking face reveal.
Yep, removes her face, revealing an intense, blinding light behind it, and then puts her face back.
Yep. Okay. I feel like a kind of like a hawk, or something. It seems, she was on a weird path at the end, and doing coke, whatever, a lot of bad things. But I feel like at least if you're genuine with yourself, like there's it doesn't necessarily matter the things you were doing, but fix your heart or die. And I feel like she came to terms with everything that happened, and now I don't know. Like it seems she's very aware of this plan of in 25 years we will come back. And then you will leave, because that is when Bob is coming back. We just know this. It's just how it has to play out. That's how things work now. But, something's going wrong, in the, but she doesn't know that yet. I feel like, if everything were to go to plan, Bob is just going to come back and Coop's going to go out, and that's just the way things are. But So it feels that maybe whenever she did die, it was this moment, you know, of coming to terms with this, of being like, what, I don't know, or it's a weird future and past thing, I guess.
Yeah, like what's actually happening? Because also, she, you know, approaches, gives him a kiss, and whispers in his ear like she did in the dream 25 years ago. But then, she pulls away, screams, and something raises her to the sky.
She got yoinked out of there.
Doesn't indicate to me a great deal of control or awareness. Which is why I'm like, there's a, and this is I'm going to ask you to really, really, really grab onto this one, and hold on to it and remember it. And I won't elaborate on that. But in my rewatch of the show, more so than on my first watch of the show, I realized that this scene is important. It's a big one, and I won't elaborate on why or anything. And I don't think it's actually that big of a deal that I'm telling you it's important, because I don't even know why it's important, and I know why it's important. You know what I'm saying? So I want to talk through it eventually, as kind of the idea.
Maybe it follows the same pattern as a scene we get a little later on, of like, we had the box and we saw that play out with the other actors, but then we have the insert of what happened in between, sort of thing. So like they're the whole future past thing. Like, I think anything with Coop, you know, scenes that we've seen before will come back, and we will see what Coop saw during that time, I feel like, or
during his Black Lodge stay.
Yes. So, cause now knowing he can just kind of peer through the curtain and witness real events, he's been in there for 25 years. And if he realizes it, say I don't know, at some point, whenever that happens, time doesn't matter in there, I feel like. So it's like he just is kind of Loki a bit, you know, and just kind of learning as much as he can for this 25 years until he can come out. But yeah, I'm her being sucked away, my best guess of who perhaps is the Arms doppelganger, is the only magical freaking weird shit going on in there. So that's my big bad, I guess that's worse than Bob.
The Arm.
Yes. Is Arm doppelganger. No bueno. It's something that evolved inside of the Black Lodge. I don't like the sound of that at all. So,
right. Well, do you remember what the Arm was?
Yeah, the freaking man from the other place.
Yeah, okay,
and that
good.
is no longer the man from the other place. Like, that is an evolution. Quite the evolution,
you
know?
The evolution of the Arm.
Yeah.
It's a lot. It's a lot. And, I mean, like, the doppelganger is the one we see in Fire Walk With Me, or is it the finale? I don't know. Probably the finale. It's the finale. That goes, a new friend.
Yes, he does have,
the doppelganger already exists in that, so like they both evolved. And his laugh, the doppelganger's laugh, is very similar to the sound the evil doppelganger makes with the it's cool. It's a cool connection, but regardless, suddenly when she screams and a force pulls her up, the red drapes blow back and reveal a vast landscape, revealing a pale horse, which we have seen before in the living room of the Palmer house, and darkness. The camera flies through and down into the darkness, and then we are back. Mike appears to Cooper again and asks him once more, is it future or is it past? And then he looks to his right and finds Mike at the other end of the room, leads him out of the room, and he shows him the evolution of the Arm. It's
check this shit out.
An electric tree with a fleshy mass at the top of it. And the Arm asks if Cooper remembers him. do you remember your doppelganger? And then we get like a nice little
flashback.
One of those rare kind of exposition drops where it's like, this is something that happened. Do you remember this? This is important. This is why everything that's happening now is happening. And
you remember that evil version of you. You remember that weird fucking eyeball that grabbed you, and then
you remember that shit?
You remember that shit?
But he explains that he must be returned in order for Coop to leave.
Yes.
And then we go back to the real world, where Jack closes a garage door, where a car used by Cooper's doppelganger is parked. He gives the doppelganger keys to a different car, and the doppelganger grabs Jack's face and strokes it.
Yeah.
And he strokes his face until Jack seemingly becomes still.
And I'm like, is this just how much power Mr. C has over everyone? That everyone's just like, well, whatever he wants, he gets. That's it. It kind of, I don't know, but this felt more of like, I need to do this to you before I leave. Like, I'm leaving. I'm infecting your fucking brain right now, dude. I don't know.
I mean, I'm pretty sure he's dead in the last frame we see him. Like, I think he's dead by the time we cut away. And this is how, like, this dude's got the power to do that.
Sucked his life out. Like,
that's kind of how I take it, and I don't know if that's the right way to take it, but might as well be.
Because he was so it's not like he fell over,
No.
like he was lifeless, but he was as lifeless as
he was rigid
standing up.
Because whenever Coop first takes his face, he's like blinking and stuff, and by the end of him stroking his face, he's like almost a statue.
Yes, it's like I don't know. Yeah, it felt like. Because on the other hand, I thought, like, Mr. C's he just gets down and dirty with.
I was like, maybe he wants to fuck this guy's face a little bit.
So I mean, there was a lot going through the brain. I guess I didn't quite think he was murdering him or like actually taking his life away though. That was quite. It felt like this guy could continue on after, but I don't know. He was just in the state of and that's, I don't know, vegetable is kind of.
I guess my takeaway also comes from the fact that Cooper goes to Daria and goes, "Yeah, I just killed Jack after he gave me the car."
Oh, I guess he does. He does quite explicit.
So I don't know if this action literally did kill him or lulled him into a sense of security, and then he just shot him in the face or something. Regardless,
cars though. I mean, the parking his nice car in there. Like, I feel like this is just his FBI knowledge. Like, this is like not Bob knowledge. I feel like this is like where there is some combination of Coop and Bob.
Yeah, I think that's where I'm like, I think that Coop's knowledge exists. Like, I think it is a copy of Cooper, just completely and utterly infected by Bob. Which is fascinating. But regardless, he goes to a motel where inside Daria quickly hangs up the phone and tells him she was talking to Jack, which is not true. He just came from killing Jack. He tells her that Ray never showed up to a planned meeting they had, and he borrows Daria's gun before sitting on the bed with her. Holding her, he reveals to her that he killed Jack, and she's like, "Ah, shit, okay." Tries to run away, but he slams her head into the headboard and plays a recording of the phone call she just had with Ray, revealing that Jeffries had given them a call to kill the doppelganger. And she tries again to escape, but he once again restrains her and hits her head. He confirms to her, "Daria, I am going to kill you." And after another futile attempt to escape his grasp, he punches her in the face and asks her to reveal to him who hired them to kill him. But she claims to not know, but does say they were paid $500,000 to split between the two of them. And as a plea for her life, she says she would not have followed through. But he goes, "Shut up, Daria." One of the funniest lines in the episode, which should not be funny. He's like, "This is so small to me, you can't even begin to imagine." Shut up, Daria.
I've
got
made
things
up my
I'm
mind.
worried about.
I am
Yeah, like
shooting
you are
you
dead
at the end of this
you
conversation.
Are
Yes.
so dead. But shut up, Daria. Let me see. I lost my place. Sorry. He says then that he was supposed to get pulled back into the Black Lodge the following day, but he has a plan to prevent this.
Mm-hmm.
So he's aware of his time limits in the real world as well, which is an important note. And a plan to prevent this. How the fuck you gonna prevent some shit like that, Jack? I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know.
I do know.
Ace up his sleeve, I guess, literally. You know,
he's
in
got
his
to.
fucking
He
leather
does.
jacket.
He does.
So yeah, this,
but
whatever this is, I don't know. Like this.
Oh, you're gonna lose it. You're gonna love it.
Yeah.
He asks if Ray got the information from Hastings' secretary, and asks if she heard anything about coordinates. She's like, I don't know what the fuck that is. He's like, numbers, basically. And she says she is not, but that the secretary did tell Ray something. The doppelganger pulls an ace card out of his pocket with a strange symbol on it and says, "This is what I want."
What?
Have you seen this before?
What was this, like a
What?
beetle, an ant's head?
Yeah, I'm like, I almost feel like this thing is gonna, and I like the scratches on the card above the symbol and stuff. Like, I don't know. Yeah. It's weird that Lynch is able to take something as innocuous as a card that's been drawn on and scratched, and it's actually kind of fucking freaky. You know, like, you're like, I don't know what like this is, card. And I don't like it. Yeah.
Like, and he keeps it just in his jacket pocket at all times, like right there. Like, what
this
the
is
fuck?
what I'm
like,
after. You're like, oh,
this is
why?
this is my truest want. Like, this is what I want more than anything in the world. Have you seen this thing? What do you mean? Like,
does this mean anything to you? Like, dude, no, it doesn't. I don't want it to mean anything to me. I don't know. It's kind of freaky. I don't like it. But after one more attempted escape from Daria, the doppelganger goes ahead, puts her face under a pillow, and shoots her in the head.
Yeah.
Damn. Brutal scene.
He had to check to see if she was actually dead too, or was that just like I want to see. He's like, kind of like, after you take a shit, and it's like, why are you looking at your shit? But you have to before you flush it, you know, sort of thing.
Like,
so
curious.
It's like And,
I think it actually probably is pretty much the exact same thing as that. But the doppelganger goes ahead, takes the gun, shoots her in the head. He washes his hands, then contacts someone. He believes it to be Philip Jeffries, but the voice mentions that he, quote, met with Major Garland Briggs, baby.
Fucking Briggs. Let's go. What? But is that? I hope he's not been corrupted. Is like you know, and I don't know. I haven't seen him yet. So I hope he's still on the side of good. I don't know, but meeting with Mr. C, not a good look.
Well, and here's the thing, is that, Mr. C's like, yeah? How the fuck do you know that? And another important note, though, is that Mr. C is, as far as the world knows, Cooper.
This is, yeah.
So,
have I seen him in Twin Peaks yet? Yeah, I guess.
Right.
Has Mr. C only been in South Dakota? And
there's this thing where I'm like, if Agent Cooper presents as Agent Cooper, or Mr. C presents as Agent Cooper and goes and meets with Garland Briggs, does Garland Briggs have any idea he's interacting with Mr. C?
God. Am I gonna get like the Luthen Rael transition scene of him like putting on the suit, the FBI suit, and him like, yes, giving him a thumbs up in the mirror and being
in the mirror,
and like activating Coop mode. Oh, that would be yeah. I didn't think of him not being in Twin Peaks yet. Oh my god.
Yeah, not there yet. But the voice on the other end says he called to say goodbye. The voice then says that the doppelganger is, quote, going back in tomorrow, and he will be with Bob again, and then disconnects.
Yeah. it's over for you, man. But this ain't even a I'm gonna kill you. It's like it's mystically over for you. You know, there's no way out of this. But I don't know. It feels like Mr. C's. He's known this for 25
feels
years,
like
maybe.
He's had some time to plan.
Yeah.
He's had some time to plant some seeds. He's ready. He's ready.
Laura got sucked, out or whatever happened there. Things are going wrong. Like, things are...
Something is wrong, as Mike says. But the doppelganger is, Panicked, asks, is this Philip Jeffries?
Yeah.
And he says... Is this Philip Jeffries? And he's like, no. If you'll recall, Philip Jeffries has a southern drawl.
Yeah. Couldn't be Philip Jeff.
It couldn't be Philip Jeffries.
Doppelganger?
Could be, I think it sounds like Mike almost. And I think it would be interesting if Mike was like taunting him. But I don't think it's Mike. But the knowledge of him going back to the Black Lodge, and paired with the fact that the voice says, "I will be with Bob again." Like there's
it's the dream team.
There's a little bit of a reunion in store.
Yeah.
But the dynamic duo. But the doppelganger logs into an FBI database and downloads files from Yankton Federal Prison, where Ray claims to be. The doppelganger goes to the motel room next door and meets with Chantal Hutchins, asking her to clean up Daria's body and to meet him along with her husband in a few days. Chantal Hutchins is played by Jennifer Jason Leigh, who is a pretty great actress, has been in a lot of stuff, was once married to Noah Baumbach. This is the woman that Noah Baumbach left for Greta Gerwig.
Damn. Okay.
Yeah, rough one. Rough break.
Damn.
Yeah, they were like in movies together and stuff too, which is pretty fucked up. But that were directed by Noah Baumbach. So it's woof.
Wow.
But rough.
Movie just called Kansas City in 1996. That's crazy.
That's a Robert Altman one.
Wow.
Kansas City.
What a weird connection there.
Jennifer Jason Leigh. She's been around the block, but and fitting perfect. And I can't wait for you to meet her husband, who you will recognize also.
Okay.
There's she's good actress, and she's apparently nice and wet, according to according to Mr. C.
Too. She loves little gunplay.
Booze in one hand, gun in the other, pussy wet.
Hey, I mean, fucking the triple threat. Just ready to go. This and Mr. C. I mean, Bob. I mean, he just and gets around. He's he don't care no more. He's pure indulgent. And Chantel as well, very aware of every Daria,
super into it.
Okay, dead and all
super
right,
into
now.
it. Loves all of it. She's like, you're evil, and I like that. But we'll go back to the waiting room where the arm says 253.
Yes.
Time and time again. And then he says, Bob, go now. Cooper follows Mike out of the room, and Mike disappears, and he goes down a hallway to another room. He exits that room to go through another hallway, from where he enters a room where Leland Palmer sits and tells him, find Laura.
And real, not evil Leland. Yeah, this was
doesn't seem like it. There's no corrected eyes. Yeah,
and it felt genuine. Like it did feel genuine. Like it felt like he was crying. Like he was.
Yeah, it felt sad. Yeah, it felt like he'd been tortured and by whatever. But
so
it tells him to find Laura. Nice to see Ray Wise back. Super cool. Yeah. I'm with you. But Cooper exits, and the lodge begins to distort. Mike notes that something is wrong, and the arm mentions his doppelganger. Cooper goes back to the hallway and pulls back a curtain, seeing a road where his doppelganger is driving. The lodge shakes, distorts, as the arm's doppelganger replaces the statue and roars at him as the chevron floor shifts, rising and falling and rising and falling. The arm's doppelganger says, non-existent.
And goodbye.
Yep.
See you later. That's
dropped through the floor.
Non-existent. I don't like the sound of that. That's something is wrong. He was supposed to leave, but now, I'm unaliving. Not even unaliving you. I'm making you not exist ever.
Ever. There's no such thing as you.
So, but yeah, this doppelganger definitely kind of enemy number one. Like I thought Bob, was already top shit of the villain totem pole, but it feels like this doppelganger has even more ability than Bob would, but he's just in the Black Lodge right now. And not in our
when it comes to the Black Lodge, I feel like they're all on the same team, sort of. And Bob might be the leader, as it were, but it doesn't mean he can't afford a little help. And this feels like that help coming into play as Cooper is dropped through the floor and transported to the glass box in New York City just before Sam and Tracy are killed. And he is then transported back out. So this now leads me to the question, is what killed Sam and Tracy something that was following after Coop? Is it the Arm's doppelganger? What the fuck did this?
Because Coop, he's in there, goes through the whatever that is.
Yeah.
But then he's gone, It feels like he is gone before they come back up and have their sexy time and die. So it feels, this is not Coop. But is it just Bob's presence, following Coop? Or I don't it felt, I don't know, different than Bob. But I'm of the mind that it's not Coop though. But it's very much because Coop was here that allowed the other thing to kind of be there as well.
Maybe the other thing came there with the intention of grabbing him and pulling him back to the Black Lodge in place of Mr. C. Like there was like it's trying to, the glass box was actually owned by a billionaire.
Oh my
mysterious
God.
Billionaire.
I think it just clicked.
Then he gets transported out of there. This thing shows up and is like, fuck, gotta kill somebody.
Mr. C, he's so goddamn smart. He set this up as like a way to trap Coop.
Yeah,
whenever
to
this is
imprison
happening.
Coop.
He knows that in 25 years, Coop has to come out. I have to go back in. But if on the transition process, whatever, if we can happen to make it work, then it's all good. And yes, this is why all the cameras are here. When this happens, I need to know, and that's why all the tech is there. It's why whatever. And then I think it's more just like the whatever, the shrinking effect. Like that's the true experiment, or that's like that. It wasn't just to film and whatever. No, it's like we're trapping this motherfucker and like this is the arm. Bob and Mike work together. Mike slices his arm off eventually.
This is the part of Mike that holds on.
Or, I guess that makes the most like this. I feel like they're one and the same though. However, like Mike and the arm, like he sliced his arm off, in the same way that like Laura and everyone knows about this 25-year cycle. Like Mike knows it too, and maybe he just knows I need to slice my arm off in order to have the evolution eventually be born, whatever, and like because it does eventually become the man from the other place as well, which has. Effects in the show before, and then now the evolution of that. So it feels like this is Mike's plan from maybe a long time ago. He realizes he needs this in order to trap Coop. Like they need someone on the outside and the inside. So I don't like he slices his arm off, knowing 25 years later it will be this evil version or whatever, and then it's gonna send Coop to this box and. Bada bing, bada boom. And evil Coop can stay out, and Bob can just, But he says, but he'll be with him again, So it's like, is that in the real world or is that in the Black Lodge? Mike doesn't seem that he wants to.
Mike almost seems like a
Yeah.
guardian angel at this point, dude. Like, he doesn't seem bad.
Yeah. But the doppelgangers of him are very, very bad. Like,
Right.
or the arm doppelganger is very, very bad. And the other one, yeah, it feels like the good tree though. Feels like, yeah, like it is like the giant kind of equivalent, or, you know, kind of like, hey, here's what you need to know at this moment, and go on this path, sort of thing. So, but the doppelganger version is like expressly what sent Coop to this box. So that's a team up right there with Mr. C. It feels
That's
like
the
like
squad right there.
expressly.
That's the squad
So,
right there. Yeah, no, I'm with you.
yeah.
I'm with you. Also, aesthetically, the arm, as the evolution of the arm as we see it, is the most Eraserhead thing we've seen so far.
yeah.
I feel like. It literally reminds me of the tree he kept on his like bedside table, and then that they like wheel into that room at the end of the movie.
No
like there's a little bit of
dude.
there's
No
a lot there.
way,
The one that they like hit and it starts to bleed.
Yeah, dude. Oh my God, Lynch is just known from all points in time.
He's
is
known
also from the beyond, you know, future, past. He's just the Lynch universe is incredible. I'm just, oh my God, the more I realize,
sucked
just gets
in.
better.
Well then we'll head back to Twin Peaks, where Sarah Palmer watches footage of lions killing an African buffalo as she rips cigs, as she is wont to do. This
That's
poor woman.
cameo we get for, like, I felt so, I'm like, oh, like for Ray
Don't
Wise
worry,
coming
there's
back.
more Sarah.
Oh no,
This is just
Oh,
a little
God.
check-in.
Oh,
This is
yeah.
just a little check-in. See how Sarah's doing. Not good.
Yeah. No, not.
She's
But
just
okay.
watching Planet
There she is,
Earth.
though. Yeah,
Um,
she's fucking, but not even high, just fucking.
Just
ripping
Animal Planet
cigs.
torturing
Yeah, it's like,
herself, being like, "Let's watch this buffalo die."
damn. Yeah. Okay.
But
all right.
we'll then head to the Roadhouse. Now, this is going to be one of the best traditions in The Return, and I'm going to ask that you keep track of this because I want to get like an official ranking eventually. Most episodes of this show end like this.
Okay.
At the Roadhouse with a live performance by a band, by a performer. You go, so this is the Chromatics performing Shadow. Incredible song, incredible band. Most of them are, I will, all of them except for one are like real artists, real bands performing their actual songs. They got all of them in one day. They filmed all the performances back to back, and then they spliced them into these into the ends of episodes. And this being the first one, the Chromatics performing Shadow, incredible song, absolutely love it. But just the feeling. This is why watching the first two together as like a feature, kind of like a back-to-back 2-hour sort of experience really, really hits is like when we get back to the Roadhouse and it's like James walks in and there's Shelley over there and this music is swelling and it's like, oh, we're home, kind of. And you don't realize that these characters feel like home. And that's really, really cool. But Shelley sits with her friends drinking and James Hurley enters the bar with a character named Freddie. And from across the room, James eyes down Shelley's friend, who initially I thought he was eyeing down Shelley, and I was like, "Oh, I was like, oh, let's go, let's get it, I guess."
Yeah.
But no, eyeing down Shelley's friend Renee from the bar, and Red makes eye contact with Renee looks over, James looks away, kind of nervous, and they're like, "Oh, does James have a thing for Renee?" And I like that one of the friends is like, "Oh, James, he's a weirdo." And I love that Shelley's the one who comes to his protection there, and is like, "Nah, James, he's just in a motorcycle accident. He's just quiet now. James is cool." He's always been cool. I just love it, man. You know, I'm a sucker for shit like that, and you know, legacy sequel stuff. Whenever they pull this shit off and it feels right, it feels good. I like this, and I love Madge Hanomic. She is just as beautiful as any other day in her life. Gorgeous woman. Holy shit. But from across the bar, we also see Red make make eye contact with Shelly. Just this guy who he does the finger guns at Shelly,
yes.
and they have like a little bit of a moment.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Definitely seems to be an implied connection there. While Jean-Michel Renault serves drinks. We got another Renault behind the bar, and it is played by the same gentleman who played Jacques.
Wait,
he's just 25 years older.
Wait. I think
the man behind the bar with the big guy with the beard.
Oh, it is still Jean. Oh, I thought it. Okay,
yeah.
I thought it was a woman serving drinks. I guess, and not. I don't remember this. Oh
yeah, if you go back and you look at him, you'll go, wait, that's Jacques Renault.
But
it's not Jacques Renault though. It's Jean-Michel.
Okay, very interesting.
Yes, indeed. That was one of the more interesting cameos that I wanted to point out, was that this gentleman is played by Walter Olkowicz, who also did play Jacques back in the original show.
Okay. But different. Not Jacques, John. So close. Yeah. So close.
Well, and there was also already a Jean Renault, by the way. This is Jean-Michel Renault.
Oh, wow. Okay, so...
Yeah, lots. The Renault family has had a holding on the Roadhouse for years, and that didn't stop after their incidents, as it were. But yeah, man, that's the Return Part 2. So long. Yeah, I love it.
I wanted more of peaks. It was like, yeah, if I watch this as a 2-hour premiere, I would have no peaks at all. Just the Hawk inserts and Log Lady. And then I get this at the end. And I'm like, finally, we're checking in with the town. It's I don't know where you go. And then it's just like, bye. End of the episode. I'm like, fuck. This
show is delayed gratification personified. Like, there is the amount of just, because there are moments in this episode, and I mean, like, you've got this from a lot of David Lynch stuff. Like in the finale episode, whenever you spend 2 minutes watching Del Nibbler walk across the room and back, and like whenever we get that shot, that 30-second shot of a train in this episode, and you're like, oh, that was just something else. There's just there's that energy about it where, like, he gets away with making 18 hours of television that probably could have been 12. Probably could have been 12, but he's letting it breathe, man, and I love that. Yeah, it is. It absolutely is. I love, one of my favorite things about the credits in this show is that it just goes starring Kyle MacLachlan.
Yes. Yeah.
And then it scrolls everybody else. I love that.
Yeah. No one. It's like, not that no one else matters, a little bit, but it's like, it's kind of what it gives off a little bit, that it's like, all right.
No, it's like he's the guy. This is what we're here for. Yeah. Starring Kyle MacLachlan.
All right, and everyone else is supporting cast. Okay, but yes, but no, I love Lucy just as much as I love, that's a hard statement to make. I love Cooper so fucking.
I love anybody. Yeah, I love the character. Other. Every actor is so well done. Every actor is doing such a good job in their character's role. So yeah, no, I'm with you. It's nice to see James and Shelley back. They are the first two, I feel like, from the original Kiddos cast to be back around. Besides Laura, of course.
True. Yeah.
Different
way for her.
Yes, indeed. Yeah. We will see some others. But 2 episodes deep. How are we feeling about the fact, where do we leave it with Audrey, Yeah.
Kaboom. I'm
the
still
bank explosion.
Still holding on to the safe door, being her Captain America's shield, and she's good. I don't, Mr. Eckhart and freaking, oh my god, Jack Nance. What is
Pete?
Pete. Hello, Pete. How could I forget fucking Pete? Oh my god.
I know. I'm impressed that you remember Jack Nance and forgot Pete.
It was like Eraserhead. I know him as not just Pete anymore and different. But yeah, I feel like I don't know how much I can do to save Pete. He was right fucking there, but Audrey, I'm still holding on faith for Audrey. So,
cool. Yeah, we haven't seen Bobby. As I told you previously, we will not see Donna.
Yeah. So I think
Donna's a rare character in this one too, where like I don't even think they acknowledge Donna. Like I don't think Donna's even mentioned.
Dang. Wow. No.
Yeah, it's usually they either like recasted a lot of stuff or they at least give like a little mention or something. No, not here. I don't know why either, but maybe that's just the town's behind her and that's that. Like she's gone, but Donna is not in the show. I'm trying to think. Bobby, Shelley, James, Donna, Audrey, Laura. That was kind of the main squad of the kids. Okay, yeah. I was like, is there somebody I'm missing? No.
I don't think so.
They either died or
yeah,
don't exist anymore. So, so we got Bobby and Audrey still left on the board potentially. As I told you, Donna will not be in the show.
Yeah.
But we shall see. But I'm excited for episode 3. You know, where does Coop go after he goes? I
don't like that. I don't like that. And that is a Mr. C and Arm Doppelgang evolution. I don't know what to call it. Evil tree. I feel like evil tree and good tree, I think, is how I will refer to them until I know otherwise. But yeah, Mr. C and evil tree
and good tree. Mr. C and evil tree.
Yes, they are. This is their plan all along.
Yeah, they've got it all ironed out, baby. They are in the know. No, dude, I love the show. I love the show so fucking much. Watching it just makes me want to watch all of it. I wanna get to the next one ASAP, and I think we're going to hit a little bit of a flow state here soon where we start trying to load up on this as much as we can and try to kind of, delay the other stuff as much as we possibly can so that we can do this.
The urge to not hit that next episode button.
Oh, it's hard.
The amount of restraint that I have to hold, like it's tough. Yeah, but
no, I mean, and that's the thing too, is that after there were a couple episodes, I don't know if you remember me alluding to at like when we were doing other stuff where I was like, oh, there's an episode in the middle of the show that's like so fucking good, and it's like, holy shit, how do we, upon rewatch, there's a lot more of that than I thought, dude. Like I'm like, there's so, and the one episode I was talking about is specific and different, and it's a whole other sort of like, how the fuck did this get on TV, sort of thing.
Hell yeah, that's what I'm talking about.
Which in this format is even crazier than the network television format.
Wow, I'm ready for that. Whenever.
No, I mean episode 3. We've had a discussion previously about how David Lynch, the way he does like dreams or like dream-like scenarios where you're like, this is like weird and not real, but like you've mentioned in the past, like, but it's still not quite like a dream, I'm interested to see if you still feel that way after next week.
He did it. He cracked the code.
There's something about it that's just like, I feel like I'm having a fucking nightmare, dude. It's so good. Can't wait. We'll see that next week. I'm going to do some plugs. If you would, leave a 5-star rate and review and download wherever you might be listening. Subscribe on YouTube. You can do that now. That would be lovely. We would appreciate it. Stick with us. Keep listening. If you're into Twin Peaks, this is the place for you. And if you have friends who have never watched Twin Peaks, put them on, and maybe they slide on over to FirePod with me. We would love to have them. We got an entire backlog, and what's beautiful is it's immovable. There's nothing about the show that's going to change now. There's nothing that can recontextualize what occurs in the series. There's nothing else that's going to happen. There's nothing else that's going to come of it. This will be timeless. Once it's out there, and that's that. And I think that's awesome. I'm very excited for that. So if you have friends who should watch Twin Peaks, which is all your friends, make sure that they do, and make sure that they listen to FirePod with me. We also have a movie podcast called The Cinementalists. That's CINEMENTALISTS. And I believe that the next episode we have on the docket will actually be Bram Stoker's Dracula. You do know.
That was last week. Or no,
that is this Friday. That is this Friday.
Yes.
Last Friday was Invasion of the Body Snatchers, which is kind of wild that I made the connection
awesome.
to that.
Yes.
Great stuff.
Perfect.
But yeah, so far in October we've done Eraserhead, Invasion of the Body Snatchers, and then this Friday we'll be doing Bram Stoker's Dracula, the 90s Francis Ford Coppola flick with Winona Ryder and Keanu Reeves and
Does
Gary
that
Oldman
fit
and
the
Anthony
show,
Hopkins.
Perhaps somehow in the return, is there a connection?
Maybe aesthetically, kind of, maybe, but not
as
really.
much as the Body Snatchers. I feel like that was
definitely not.
That was
The doppelganger thing. If you're dealing with doppelgangers, it's going to be a little bit more on the nose. Definitely not quite on that level. But yeah, Bram Stoker's Dracula is Friday on the Cinementalists. Again, that's CINEMENTALISTS. Check that out. We would appreciate it. And then we've also got Geek With Me, where we will be concluding rather soon Peacemaker Season 2. That is this Wednesday. We have our episodes coming out on the last 2 episodes of Peacemaker Season 2. So go ahead and check that out on Geek With Me. Those are our 3 shows: Fire Pod with me, Cinementalists, and Geek With Me. Check them all out. We would appreciate you. Thank you very much. And with that, I believe we can conclude this episode of Fire Pod with me. I was Colton Robertson, and I was joined by Joseph George. Thank you very much, homie.
Oh, thank you for having me. It's always a pleasure to be here, homie.
Oh, and it is always a pleasure to have you. And remember, it's not about the bunny.
The bunny.